As you can see, G-Bomb is a really good trooper primary. You little youngins are probably used to using stock, direct hit, or some other high tier rocket launcher. But luckily, I'm here to educate everyone, including you, on the monster that is the G-Bomb. First off, how about we look at what makes the G-Bomb so awesome? The first thing you'll notice about the G-Bomb is that there's a huge rocket attached to the end of it. This baby ain't just for show. This rocket has a plus 40% explosion radius, along with a plus 60% knockback force. These stats are the bread and butter of the G-Bomb. You're going to be implementing these stats into your playstyle. Here's one of my favorite loadouts of the G-Bomb. This loadout contains the G-Bomb, the buff banner, and any melee of your choice, but I used to whip. The G-Bomb by itself is great at blowing things up, like really good, especially if people are grouped up together. To really take advantage of this, pair it up with the buff banner and now you're doing insane damage along with a faster reload speed. A true monster, but that's not all it can do. The G-Bomb's explosion isn't just big, it also has some power behind it. In the way that it will send you flying across the map, whether it be you or someone else. With the gunboats, this feature can really help you hit gardens that you wouldn't have been able to hit if you were using any other rocket launcher. These are just a few things that make it so awesome, but when good things come to you, bad things come along with it. So of course, they needed to balance the absolute powerhouse that is the G-Bomb. Just some small things, you know, nothing to be worried about. Just
minus 35% slower projectile speed, cannot fire another rocket until once it's exploded, plus 65% damage to self from less jumping, and minus 75% clip size.
Like I said, nothing to worry about. Actually, the minus 35% slower projectile speed is secretly a buff to the G-Bomb. With this in the game, you can sync up gardens with the G-Bomb to do maximum surprise damage. They'll never see it coming. It's also really easy to air blast the G-Bomb because of this, but they can't air blast what they can't see. The other nerfs though are 65% more damage to blast jumping isn't something you'll notice, right? Not too much of a difference, especially considering how it sends you 3 times farther than a normal rocket. It doesn't even matter in the long run. The whole thing about not being able to shoot a rocket after the first one explodes, you know, if you only play in close quarters, it's like it was never there. So scary. The minus 75% clip size, well, like with the beggars, you end up having a consistent line of rockets, not needing to reload a full clip. So it might as well be helping you in the end, allowing you to constantly apply pressure onto the enemy without stopping to reload 4 rockets. So awesome. Okay, I'll admit it. These downsides are real and do limit the G-Bomb's true potential. However, do not fear, for I know how to cope with this. What I said earlier still stands somewhat, but I'll go more into detail. With the slower projectile speed, it really prevents you from fighting long range. But it's not that big of a problem, especially if you stick to close quarters and if the enemy doesn't have a competent arsonist who can air blast. With the more damage you take, however, there's nothing you can do about it. Gunboats help, and the extra distance from rocket jumping also helps by allowing you to rocket jump less and, in turn, take less damage. And yeah, you know, a pocket medic could really help with this. Now, for the rocket not being able to be shot without the previous one exploding, unless you accidentally shoot out into the map, you should be aiming at the floor at all times anyway. This isn't going to be too much of an issue. And for the last downside of being the clip size reduction, it's nothing too bad. You can't shoot as fast as stock, but you're only a little bit slower. With all the upsides and downsides explained completely, we now know everything there is to the G-Bomb. To everyone watching, I encourage you, yes you, to go out and use it yourself. I promise you it will not disappoint. Thanks for watching my show, and I hope you learned a thing or two when it comes to using an actual good weapon. I wish you all a good rest of your day. Goodbye. Hi. Thank you to Lukewarm Milk, DigiFan27, Kingly Halo, Can I Kick It, and Angry American Man. Thank you. If you want me to say your name, please donate to me in my group description below. If not, hi.